Okay, so good morning. I'm going to explain to you the mechanics of my mod chords. Well, it's a part of the sneaky cheat trait, and this is the part where they cheat. They can get caught cheating if they're around their spouse's friends. So, what I did was I created a buff, and the buff is a proximity buff. I'm gonna show you the proximity buff. The buff is a proximity buff that matches the significant other of the actor and the target sim. Well, that matches the significant other and the target sim of the actor um as as friends. And what I did was I prohibited that it was anybody they cheated with and anybody they was romantic with because I don't want that to interfere with the fact that they may be kissing somebody um in front of the friend because I don't want the friend. She coming. I don't want the friend to be. Hear me out. Why I did it like this, Papa? Shh. I don't want the friend to be mistaken for the person they're kissing. So I just eliminated romance, eliminated cheating. If they have been with the other person, I'm gonna just make it like the other person is like, why would I tell? And this person cheated on me with them or flirts with me. But if it's a clean friendship or acquaintance, they will text your spouse. Um, and I also blacklisted near partner because what would be the sense in telling your spouse if your spouse is standing right there? So what I did was I created a loop, and here's the loop. In the loop, there's a notification dialog that's basically texting you to say, someone told me that you cheated on me. Okay, and this has negatively affected our relationship. I also created a loop that where it lessens the love in the relationship. Now, the complicated part of this was I tried every other way. I tried the proximity, I tried making new buffs, I tried doubling up on my proximity. None of that worked. I had to literally create the buff. It seems like if you put too much on anything, a loop or a buff, it would not really register well and it starts getting confused. So I kept that buff clean, just recognizing a friendship, attached it to the sim anytime they're around someone their spouse is friends with, anytime. And with my perfume, I attached it to that. And what I did was I put it in where's my perfume? That's crazy. I don't like that. I need to clean up. I've been modding for 2 weeks straight, basically. Feel like. So with the buff, right? They're gonna get that buff anytime they're around a friend. The loop I created, I had to go in and pull up all the romantic, y'all see these? This is all the EA romantic physical touch things or deep flirtation things. And I put the loop in here into the loop list. Now, be careful to put it in the two loop lists that are not the failure loop list because there's two failure loop lists and there's two loop lists that don't say failure. Put it in the two that don't say failure. If you only put it in one, it's not going to work. Now, within my loops, um, within my loop, hold on, where's my loop? Oh, I wasn't over in lot 51 for my loop. I was inside the first portion of Sneaky Cheat. Within my loop, I put hold on. I put only let this loop. I put a test set. I put a test set, and it basically say only add this loop if the actor has this proximity buff, means they're around a friend. Okay, and I put I had to put this loop inside of the romantic touching and a few that's not touching. Okay, so this is the not the non-touching group. This is the touching group. And I had to put that loop in there. So there's three moving parts. There's the proximity buff, there's the loop, and there is the actual EA interactions. The proximity buff is jumps off if the person is around a friend of their spouse working. If their spouse isn't around working. If they never cheated with and don't have no romantic interaction with the person working. This buff works under all those conditions and it will attach to the sim. I created a loop that says this loop is going to happen and this text is going to send through if if this person has this buff. And then I put this loop inside of the EA loop actions that are not failure. That's how I got this mod to work. If anyone is wanting to know, um, it was complicated. I'm telling you, I've been here like 2 weeks, literally 2 weeks, off and on, off and on, off and on, off and on. So now that I have this working, I'm going to just add on to it. Like I'm going to have the target sim using a phone once the person receives this loop. Not the way they're romantic with though. So it can look more realistic, like they are texting somebody. I tried to make it a drama node, which I probably can make it a drama node now. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try see if I can make it a drama node because drama nodes are just look better than the dialogue box. Um, and they're more less predictable. Um, and then I'm gonna put that other loop in here as well where it lessens the attraction. Now, if you have this is the tricky part. If you have a mod that's using EA's original modding, uh, what do you call these? Uh, coding or whatever, this can make that mess up. So if you have a romance mod, look into it and see if they have their own interactions opposed to the EA interactions because it will cross cancel out and stuff like that. And that is everything. The base chance says 15 here. I put the first one 100%, but I don't think we even have to do that. But I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make it 100. I'm gonna make it 100%. And yeah, wait a minute. This is something different. Yeah, because this got closed. So this is something different. You see how to open L to close L, something different. Open L, close L. Okay, so let me go ahead and get finished. Get finished with the first portion. And once I create this, I'm gonna move on. This is gonna be the end of that mod because that mod was a lot. I'm gonna release it onto my Patreon. So now your Sims, let me look at you when I say this. Now your Sims can't just go around cheating in front of your friends, baby, while you're not around. They will might tell. So they have to plan dates and stuff. That's called the sneaky cheat trait. Now I have to go back and work on the baby parent and I have to work on the relationship mind. The relationship mind is just you have to be home a certain time of night if you and your sim live together. If y'all married and don't live together, it doesn't apply. But if y'all actually live together and you're not home in the bed with them by a certain amount of time, by at a certain time, like 11 p.m., it does pose a problem to your relationship. Um, there's something else in that mod too. What the hell is it? Oh, you cannot be nude around people that are not your spouse. You cannot be nude around a person that's not your spouse. Um, What else? Yeah, those are the two things in a relationship mind. And I think I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna make that more complicated, but I'm gonna release that too. And then I'm going to work on the baby parent mind. Right now, the baby parent picks up who is your baby parent. If you're married or in a relationship and you get someone pregnant outside of a relationship, go into the profile and you're going to see this as baby parent. Now I need to add in child support. I need to add in discomfort with the spouse. I need to add in all those different things that happens with baby parents. So before long, I may make this a ecosystem, a wild gypsy relationship um, ecosystem, and I probably will put these all in one package. I might make these traits gameplay traits to see if I can just add them. No, because a lot of mods do that, and it might make it a little crunchy if I do that. Um, I gotta think. It'll get more advanced as we go. For the next couple of weeks, you probably will just have to choose this trait, and choose this trait. You know, but before long, you're not gonna have to choose a trait. Once you put this in your game, it's just gonna be attached to your sim, so that you're free and cast to do whatever it is that you want to do. If that makes sense. This is modder talk, I guess, and a little bit of gameplay talk too. So that's it. Let me go and get back to work so that I can get back to working on other stuff. Bye bye. Subscribe to Wild Gypsy, uh, Wild Gypsy Creations, patreon.com/Wild Gypsy Creations to download all these yummy minds and my body types. My body types look so real. They look so real. They don't look like, well, in my opinion, my humble opinion of myself. If you want a regular body type that just look like cellulite, fats, hip dips, all that, go to my page as well and other things that I have there. Oh, I also have a mod that stops him from running in circles when you're in labor. He stays and he calms you down. I also have a mod that makes the divorce pain in within 2 hours, so you could just move on. And I have the no birthday needed mod, so the Sims don't walk around sad just because they didn't get a birthday party, and lots of things. Just gotta log in and see. Okay, bye y'all.